It's the world's first hot subcompact sedan, a phrase that I personally never thought I would say. The Tigor JTP. And yes, while its sibling, the Tiago hatchback, is red hot, the Tigor we see here, in typically subcompact sedan style, is a little more subtle in this shade of white. But so as not to confuse you with every other Uber or Ola out there, JTSV or JAYEM Tata Special Vehicles has souped up the Tigor just like they did with the Tiago. So, visually, you get a set of bigger bumpers up front and in the rear, a blacked out grille which is larger 15-inch wheels, and those active vents on the fenders, and of course the one that I like most, that active vent on the bonnet. It's the same with the interiors. The Tigor has identical interiors to the Tiago in terms of overall design, but also gets added features like climate control, and the infotainment system also gets that reverse camera. But honestly, we do like the way the Tigor feels on the inside. From the all-black interior to the thicker leather-wrapped steering wheel, it just feels special. And of course, there are those red accents too. But we aren't here to talk about a set of sportier bumpers or bigger wheels or red caps on the mirrors or even that nicer looking interior. I'm here to talk about what's underneath the skin. And as you can see from this active vent on the bonnet, there is a new engine underneath. It is, of course, the one from the Nexon. It's a turbocharged petrol engine, 1.2 liters, 3-cylinder, and that makes 112 bhp of peak power and 150 Newton meters of torque. Essentially, this thing, as I mentioned, is turbocharged, and when you do lift off between 3 and 4,000 RPM, makes just the right childish turbo noises, and that excites me. So, how does it drive? Well, the proof of the pudding isn't how pretty it looks, but how it actually tastes. So, what better than to head to the hills and find out. Boy oh boy, does this car excite! 0 to 100 is dealt with in under 10 seconds, and although limited electronically to 160 for some strange reason, the Tigor JTP is just as much fun in a straight line as compared to the Tiago. And it makes all the right noises too. The turbo blow-off valve, the exhaust, it's all just so satisfying. But it's even better when you show it a set of bends. And this is where the JTP cars really start to excel. The suspension balance has of course changed. It is now slightly lower, running on slightly wider wheels and slightly wider tires. 185 section, 65 cross section on that. 185/65 R15 to be precise. And of course the ground clearance has gone down slightly as compared to the normal cars, the standard Tiago and the Tigor. So it does get a better center of gravity, and honestly it does sort of show, because the Tiago and the Tigor were both really good to drive in corners earlier, and now they've become really good to drive. Handling is genuinely really flat, and it does make you have a ton of fun through corners. It's really confidence inspiring too. In fact, it wants you to push harder, it wants you to go faster. All in all, the Tigor JTP is a very unique car. It is the first of its kind in the world, and while it might not spawn a new segment the way the Tiago just might, it will most certainly be a significant car in India's automotive history. Should you buy one over the Tiago JTP? Well, this is more practical, has slightly more features, and at 7,50,000 rupees it is priced really well too. All in all, if you are a young family man or woman and considering a subcompact sedan like the Dzire, I urge you, drive this first. The lure of affordable performance might just have you choose your heart over your head.